Coltrane's funeral in 1967. One of them was a saxophonist by the name of Alyer. My daddy taught me how to squeal a note and mimic the moan of a church pew. Imagine for yourselves, if you will, a small band of elders catching the Holy Ghost and falling back into their seats. Just listen to how they fall back. Listen. How they make the pews creak so loudly they sound like a harmonica. I think everything has a sound, even cigarette smoke. Sometimes I think about a word like freedom and how to squeeze the sounds out. What does freedom sound like when it's scared? If you could hear what freedom sounds like, would it be a scream or a hum? I went to Paris in the 50s. Over there, they taught me how to break songs into shattered riff and stretch vibrato. You know how sometimes you gotta break a song so that other songs can fall out of them? So that other shapes are possible? Take an injured leg, for example. I had to see a new way to think about walking. You see, the night I stopped crying when my parents beat me, I was paying more attention to the rhythm than the pain. And there was something about the way that Coltrane played. He blew into that saxophone as if each note had an angry mother with a belt inside of it. The saxophone, it needed a new agenda. So this is what happens when calypso and gospel have a love child. But all of this is just sound. I never said this was jazz. If I had to give it an appropriate name, I would call it slave grammar. I would call it the new Holy Trinity, negation, fracture, and protest. Tonight, I'll play so good, you'd swear I could blow the Jim Crow out of a white boy. I knew the best saxophonist never obeyed the arithmetic of breath. Spiritual unity, 1964, all of a sudden, European musicians in my practice sessions, European consumers, all of them paid more to hear me play than any prejudiced ear back in the States. You see, back in the States, the opposite of love is race. My first wife, Arlene, she stayed in America while I traveled to Denmark, to Sweden, to England. Our marriage failed because I could never stay still. One spirit after the other calling me, so much so that Europe became my first wife. My first wife, she became a rehearsal room where I practiced the music of leaving. Every record label said I beat to jazz, what rope beat to neck. Don't they understand that music is the only thing a mistake cannot destroy? Woo!